Yeah, g'day YouTube and everyone out there. Hope everyone's well. So, everyone's going around and understand, like, well, Mandela effect, Mandela effect, Mandela effect. I want to know, do people understand really what the Mandela effect is and where it's come from? Because a lot of people understand and say it's from Fiona Broome. But I was saying Mandela effect before I even learned anything about Fiona Broome. So, all I've got to explain is, people out there are saying it's Mandela effect because those that actually remembered Nelson Mandela dying in jail and all actually coming out and leading it on to South Africa, right? But that's not the reason why it's called the Mandela effect, people. That it is in the long run of who deemed it to begin with at first, of what this kind of reality or quantum shift is, and the understanding of dimensions that are shifting. But to explain what the Mandela effect is for many people from 2016 and the first-hand experience of what it was really all about is, if you watch the Cern We Are Happy video, you would see that the person sitting behind the desk in that Cern video has written on him Mandela effect, bond number one, Mandela. And the reason why I've always said Mandela effect is because that person advertised the Mandela effect. He advertised Mandela. That's what it was all about. It was a reference to Fiona Broome's Mandela effect. But this is the reason why it's called Mandela effect, is because Cern advertised it. It's not that people went along and learned about Fiona Broome. It's because Cern advertised Mandela flat, blang, plain in front of your face, trying to explain to you of what they were doing and showing you blatantly right there and then. So, people that out there that think that their speculation is all about the Mandela effect from Fiona Broome, and only because some people remembered Nelson Mandela and some people don't remember of what happened to him in his lifetime, I don't have that Mandela effect. So that's all I can say to that one. And that's totally different situation and understanding to what this Mandela effect is with what's happened with the quantum merging and the quantum shifting of all consciousness from parallel realities. So I just want to explain that. That's the true Mandela effect. The true Mandela effect is understanding that basically Cern advertised to us Mandela's on its way, and the Mandela effect was what they were doing, and they tried to give us the subliminal messages and the understanding to show us that that's what they were doing. And that's the truth of what the Mandela effect is. That's the reason why the Cern video has that big sign that says Mandela. That's the reason why after the Cern video that they got caught and everyone exposed them, they created that fake ritual video where they were caught inside of Cern themselves in the courtyards doing ritualistic stuff with the person dressed in white, and they were sacrificing her because they were playing a joke. They were showing you the black and the white of the chessboard tiles joined together just to create an illusion that just shows you like they're doing something. And it's exactly what they did to you with that video. Now think about it. Why would Cern, the people that created that video to start with, that We Are Happier at Cern, use so much references to what they did in that video, and then after that, after they've actually set that up as a stage, and they've set that up as and they've got all scripted of what they were supposed to do, the reason why it had to be there, the reason why that was the way it was, and everything that was on the stage set, then after that, they go out of their way to create a video that put online that show that they're doing ritualistic sacrifice inside Cern as basically a parody and a joke towards everyone else, but also to give people understanding of what they're really doing. And that there just shows you the kind of people that are working at Cern. And these are the mad masters of the brains behind the mad scientists that are creating these quantum dimension jumps and these mergings of parallel realities of vibration frequencies and the collectives. So this is what you've got to understand. If they've gone out of their way to create a fake staged, basically AD&D reference to a ritualistic sacrifice inside of physical reality as a parody and a joke, what else are they actually doing? Because they're the people that are controlling our time and our future and our destination of vibrational frequency through the construct. And on the long run, they're controlled by spirit on the outside, as we are all nothing but electromagnetic light being energy, and that's what we all are. But it's all a sign inside of this physical construct to make us remember exactly of what we really are again. And the Mandela effect was Bond 1, Nelson Mandela, yada, yada, yada. All of that equals all the same. But it was just the reference that we had to use of understanding perception of what we could. And the only thing that we've got in reality that is anything associated to what happened is that Mandela effect from Fiona Broome. But it's not really that, because it's the Cern Mandela effect that we're all talking about because of the Bond 1 Mandela sign on the scientist's lap while he's sitting behind the desk with the jigsaw puzzle up on the wall and Snow White eating the poisonous apple on the desk. So, peace, love and respect. That's the truth of the Mandela effect meaning and what it really is. Alright, peace. Yeah, not Snow White, sorry, the Wicked Witch. But what another thing I wanted to point out as well with the Mandela effect now, in the book I teach that basically we have to manifest what we do on the outside in the afterlife as inside of this physical construct of the negativity. And that is, we all have to join as one, break away all individuality. We have to come together as one full collective and manifest from one full subconscious consciousness that can create the physical reality to our desired as we're all connected and we're all creating. But people say yada, 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 yada. On the outside, we manifest through the same means. On the inside, we have to join as one for the simple reason is you have your messages inside that you have to join hands. You create a seance, then what are you doing? You have to grab each other's hands to create that energy, that electromagnetic field of the one of you becoming a singularity of each of you that are there as individuality in order for you to contact and to connect to the source through your intent. Because that's what it comes down to. You look at the messages in the world for world peace. Now, what I teach in this book is how to have world peace. And how anyone in this world can have full understanding and unconditional love for everything of all existence, understanding the reason why it's there, and not have a fear program run, not have a judgment program run, but have an unconditional love program run to understand that creation is all designed in divinity, and it is all divine. And we have these messages from the outside coming to the inside to tell us all to come together as one, just like the One World program, the One World Order, the New World Order. Well, what's the New World Order anyway? New World Order is New World Realization. So virtual reality becomes understood as being the real physical world as what it was before. But what we got to understand as well is that Kumbaya, the song Kumbaya, tells everyone in the world of all races, of all degree, and basically to join together and hold hands and to become one. Now, this is all the messages from the main source. And this is what we've had in this physical reality all the time to give us understanding of what I'm even saying right now. And through source revealing all this, it can be seen blatantly inside of physical reality that it's the truth. But we're looking at the Mandela effect wrong. We understand that the Mandela effect has been done. We understand that it was a manipulation, and I won't go into why it was done and everything like that, because that is all part and parcel of the book's awakening, and it's not for me to come out and say straight out now what's exactly going on through the connections of dimensions and everything that works and everything in between. But we have understanding now that Bond 1 Mandela, right? So we were bonding the quantum realities of the collectives to join together to manifest different physical outcomes and realities from the subconscious fields, right? And that's basically what we did. And that's what Bond 1 did. And the Mandela of the sign on the scientist was always a reference to what people in real life had happened to Mandela, or Fiona Broome was saying about the different experiences of people remember of what happened to Nelson Mandela. So Cern used that as a reference before even do it. Yes, it was a puzzle. Yes, it was put there blatantly. It was a stage set for those that could understand to actually see. And during the whole time of everything that's going on right now is without you going out and learning the occult writings and the teachings to understand about the electromagnetic spirit, and that spirit is eternal, immortal, and infinite, and to give you that, you've just had that actually pushed into your real reality for you not to even have to go and learn anything or anything. You should understand it from what has happened to you. You didn't die, you're in another reality. Everything physical around that are the changes and the animals and everything else that tells you that you're not in this, you were never ever in this simulated construct version of this collective. And that can give you that realization of, wow, that I'm not dead. How did this happen? And if you were, so there goes on a lot about that in the book as well. But all of these understandings are inside of this physical construct for us to get realization of all the truth of what's behind everything, and that everything in reality is non-existent. Just like I was saying to someone the other day. Now, I put a video up the other day, which was me playing Grand Theft Auto, and I put it up purposely to see people's reactions to what it would be for me, what I'm doing inside that game, because I'm stealing, I'm fucking shooting cops in the head, and I'm running amok. But everyone that watched it never seen no violence. They never seen no murder. they never seen anything that was really there, because to their programmed subconscious already, they believe that that's not a conscious entity. And inside of that reality, all it is simulated code, and that there's no such thing as pain, and there is no such thing as anything else. And that is only because you believe that is the way it is for you. In reality, when you understand everything about electromagnetic self-awareness, inside of that reality, those characters, etc., that have been simulated, just like we are being simulated inside here, inside of a game, console game, or a PC game, may actually experience physical pain. And that's what we don't go through, because we look at it as a game. Now, if I had put up me driving a car yesterday with an Uzi, going around in fucking Australia, shooting every cop that I've seen, and doing exactly the same, blowing up a helicopter and everything like that, everyone would actually lose it and panic to the extreme of, wow, what the hell's going on? This is the most maddest thing ever. But why? When that would be exactly the same as what I showed you already on there, but your brain has already been programmed in your subconscious energies to understand that that is just a game. And, I mean, your conscious energy is basically programmed to believe that's just the game, and this is reality. But there's no difference between that game and the real reality, is what I'm trying to explain through everything in that book, and I can prove it. And this is what people have to get the mentality of. I've just said, you've used judgment, and you've seen nothing in that game. You didn't see me running amok. You just seen a person playing a game. And that is exactly what everyone in this physical reality is really doing. So why is there a judgment used in physical reality of craziness and stuff like that, when that was just a game that you've seen and that didn't even trigger you one bit? So, peace, love and respect all. I thought I'd point all this stuff out because it's blatantly in front of our face all the time. If you really want to know the depth and the insight of the full truth of reality on the outside to the inside of what we're really here for, what we are meant to do, where did we come from, all of those questions that have been left as a question mark, basically for us throughout our internal understanding of our lives and what's the meaning and we're everything in between, then grab the book, because it will fill in all those blanks and give you that full understanding of what everything's really always been about. And once you understand what everything has always been about, there's no going back, because when you know the truth, you cannot go back to believing in a propaganda created through sociological events and programs pushing towards one agenda reality, because you can see right through that reality as it's just a blank version of the truth, and you'll never ever go back to seeing that reality, because when you know the truth, you can never ever go back to not seeing the truth. So I hope everyone's well, all my brothers and sisters out there. Those that have grabbed the book, I hope you're enjoying it wickedly, and it's getting you all that insight and helping you understand exactly what everything really is. And I express again, even though you understand that you are an immortal, infinite consciousness, please do not log out, as log out is not the time. It says in the book, if you read further into it, after it says all that kind of stuff, that exactly what everything is. So I say cautiously, once again, please do not log out. It is not your time. If you log out, you will have to re-experience your playthrough. You will have to re-experience what you were here to do in the first place, for your frequency of consciousness to get closer and build up that stronger frequency of that lesson of that you were supposed to learn. And if you exit out, you're not going to learn it. You're not going to get to the end where you actually naturally can jet back out and connect back to the source and then choose your next experience. And this is what I try to tell people all the time. So I put that cautiously up there again as a warning, and I say to everyone else, peace, love and respect, and I hope you're all well. All right, peace.